their businesses to Abuja or to Lagos. Even people who run clubs, we've heard that they've moved their clubs, and you would want to blame them and for them and say, why are they doing this? But it's just the issue of safety. People are scared. This town used to be a place where people would come out, enjoy. The nightlife here is crazy. You come out, everywhere is so safe. You can walk around. You can even walk around by 9-10 o'clock. You're not scared of anything. Owerri used to be that city, but everything changed. Everything has changed. Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's your guy IK, your YouTuber based in the city of Owerri, and on my channel I share point of view videos, walkthrough videos, and also I review movies and also document my experience living in Owerri, which is why I'm making this video today, where I want to talk about why people are leaving Owerri. So basically, some of these reasons were as a result of the research I've done from people I've spoken to ask them, my friends and people around me who have moved. So I came to the conclusion with some of the reasons why they are leaving. And the first reason on my list is lack of employment. Lack of employment is something we've dealt with. It's something we keep dealing with in Owerri. The unemployment rate in Owerri is so high, and the few jobs you see around are nothing to write home about. They underpay people. One, because we don't have companies or industries down here. The only thing we right here now, the only thing we have at the moment are just hotels, and we find out that these hotels, they do not pay their staff well. In fact, most times they underpay. You wonder how they end up surviving, with just their salary alone. And that is why most of them get themselves involved in other things just to, meet up. So you don't blame them for that, because it doesn't make sense. And I know so many business owners here who find it very difficult to pay their staffs well, Secondly is the economic situation right now in Nigeria as a whole, but I just want to talk about Owerri. It is so difficult surviving in this city at this moment, because everything is on the high side. The rent, electricity bill, I know how much you pay on the electricity bill right now, and the rest. Things are so expensive, and you don't even know how to meet up. That's the problem. When people say some other cities are expensive, you give them reasons why those cities are expensive. One, if you're in a city where you're being paid well and it's expensive, you would survive it. Not being in a place whereby things are on the high side and yet money coming in is so low. It's nothing to write home about. So how does that individual get to survive in such city? Let me just give you an instance. Imagine someone is being paid 100k in another city. Let me just use Lagos for instance. Someone is being paid 200k in Lagos, and he ends up paying let's say at the end of the month, let me just use a month for instance, is paying 70k or 50k for rent. Let me not go that high. And then someone else is in Owerri. You say Owerri is cheap, and then he's paying 30k rent, and yet he's being paid 45k. So you see the big difference there. Even though it might look a bit cheaper right here now, but you find out that the income coming in is so low. So you don't find people pay, you don't find employers who pay their employees well right here in this city. And most of these employers are overbearing, and many of them are bossy and the rest, and yet they don't even pay well. So you can imagine what people are passing through right here in the east, and this has made a lot of people move. So the next reason I want to talk about is insecurity, and somehow insecurity is also connected to the others. And this insecurity is one of the major challenges we have right here in the East, and that is why a lot of people are living not just in Owerri but in so many other cities in eastern Nigeria. And why am I even talking about this is we've had issues of separatist group killing people, enforcing orders like the sit at home we hear about, that we observe on Mondays and Tuesdays at times. For instance, this week now, we have a sit at home on Monday, and on Tuesday, right now as I'm making this video, is on a Tuesday, which is also a sit at home. And people are being enforced to close down their shops, their businesses, and you ask yourself, how do they make gain? How do they make profit when they don't end up opening on a Monday? They don't end up opening on a Tuesday. People are losing money. Aside just losing money, you can't even travel from your city to the next city just because of this. And this is just making things so difficult for a lot of people. And many people are just leaving because of this reason. We've had so many businessmen moving their businesses. For instance, in Owerri, we've had so many people who said, oh, they are just tired of this town, and they've moved their businesses to Abuja or to Lagos. Even people who run clubs, we've heard that they've moved their clubs, and you would want to blame them and for them and say, why are they doing this? But it's just the issue of safety. People are scared. This town used to be a place where people would come out, enjoy. The nightlife here is crazy. You come out, everywhere is so safe. You can walk around. You can even walk around by 9-10 o'clock. You're not scared of anything. Where it used to be that city, but everything changed. Everything has changed. And I don't even want to talk about the robbery that has been going on in different estates in Owerri. You hear people talk about it, where a group of people, they might be 30 in number, come to an estate, rob and go, and yet nothing is being done. So people are just scared of all this situation, and you can imagine someone who have suffered trauma of being robbed and all that. You find people hear this and then they decide to leave. So insecurity is one of the major challenge we have here, and I just feel like this is the main reason why so many young people are leaving Owerri. It's this particular reason kind of like in so many ways affects me to an extent. The underpayment of young professionals and people into the service sector of the economy. What am I talking about? People who run their businesses, people who are business owners, let's say professionals like event planners, professional photographers, and including I'm into home automation. I'm a smart home installer, and in case you have a job, you can you can give it to me. I'm right here in Owerri. That's what I do. And why am I talking about this? Maybe I'll even do a separate video, some challenges professionals or people into who own businesses face in Owerri, is that most times they get underpaid because of their location. I've had cases where people would call, let me say, a photographer, for instance, because this photographer lives in Lagos, I'm gonna pay him 700k for the job. But when they come down to where and get a photographer, they underprice them. I don't know, because they feel they live in this city and they don't need money. So there is this orientation and notion a lot of people have. Same thing with the type of thing I do. People would prefer to call people from outside, from outside the state. They feel like, if this person is coming in from outside, he's experienced. And so many people are caught in that web of, am I to stay down here? Because there is this low self-esteem a lot of young professionals or people who run businesses have. So they will prefer to go to other places to thrive, and when you meet them there, their price obviously increases, you know. So that's one reason, and I've seen a lot of people move because of that. You know, they will want to go to a better city, to go to let's say a city like Lagos or Abuja. So if you hire them from there and call them to come down here, you know how much you're going to pay them. So these are some of the reasons why people are leaving this city, and I feel we can just do something about it, especially some of us who would want to hire people, who don't want to bring in people to offer a service to us. So do not rate them and say, oh, I'm not going to pay this person so well because he stays here. You know, most times you see people suffer underpayment because of that, though I have managed to navigate that particular challenge. Not that you will overcharge, but at least you have to pay them well, and when paying them well, you're in one way or the other supporting your brother and your sister to grow. And if we do that, we see a lot of people grow, make money, also invest. It's like a ripple effect, you know, in this society. So let's stop this issue of, you know, looking out for people outside when you know people can actually do that thing. We have good people who are even experienced that can, you know, offer that service to you. So let's not go looking out there. As long as you know that person you've been referred to that person and he can do the job, definitely give it to him. That's one thing, and this has led a lot of people to leave the city. So guys, these are some of the points I have today why people are leaving Owerri, and if you have any other points, I want you to drop it on the comment section. And also, if you would like to share why you left, I want you to also drop it on the comment section too. Have a wonderful day, guys. Peace out.